Welcome back to Texas Fishing Force. I'm Mike, and today we are talking kayak accessories. Now, if you are new to kayaking, or even if you've been kayaking for a while, chances are you've done an online search for kayak accessories. And if you've done that, then you probably realize that those searches all come back with the same results. It's going to come back with videos and articles about fish finders and power poles and anchor trolleys and transportation and rod holders and all of that. But that's not what we're talking about today. I've done videos on those in the past. If you haven't seen those, make sure you go check them out. But today we're not talking about that. Today we're going to cover a few kayak accessories, well, you may not have heard about. Alright guys, so last week I did a video with my friend Caleb over at Captain Caleb TV. We did a video on kayakers versus boaters and just that tension in between the two. Now during that video I mentioned a product and I had a lot of people writing me from his channel and writing me directly about that product, where to get it, asking questions about it, which made me think about some of the other products that I use that you guys have actually asked about that not everybody knows about. So that's what we're covering today. But before we get started, I've got to say that I have zero affiliation with any of these companies. I'm not sponsored by any of them. I just like their products, and I think you will too, and that's why I'm doing this video today. So let's get started. All right, these are my top 3 favorite kayak accessories that you may not know about. This is the first product, and this is the Pham Light. Now I don't know if that's what it's actually called, but it is made by a guy named David Pham. He is in the DSKA kayak group, and I think that term has just been coined by all of these kayakers. If we say the Pham Light, anybody that has one knows exactly what we're talking about, and that is this right here. All right, let me tell you a little bit about it. This is the Pham Light. This is a 360 directional light. It is made very, very well with high quality products. This is PVC. It does have a cord that runs through to a waterproof box. Inside it comes with a battery as well, and he includes a charger to recharge this battery. On the top here is a switch. All of this is waterproof. The light is waterproof. The pole is waterproof. And on the bottom here, it has mounts for your kayak track system. Now, there are a lot of lights out on the market, a lot of 360 lights that you can buy, but this is by far my favorite, and there's a few reasons why. 1, it's all waterproof. 2, this is one of the brightest lights I have ever seen. It is brighter than any boat light that I've ever seen. You can absolutely tell when somebody has a Pham light from across the water. In fact, I'll tell you a little story. I showed up late to meet up with some friends one day, and we all have Pham lights. And I went to go launch my kayak, and I didn't know exactly where everyone was, but all I had to do is look across the water and find the brightest lights and then paddle to them, and I knew that that was them because they all have Pham lights. This thing is extremely bright. In fact, our power went out at my house during a storm one time, and we used this to light up the entire house. But I'm going to show you real quick how bright this light actually is. Here, let me turn it on with the lights already here. It has a little switch on this. This is the Pham light. Yeah, extremely bright. But let me show you in complete darkness. Now it is pitch black minus the neon light and the shelf behind me, but let me go ahead and turn this on. Yeah, and I will say, if you have this on your kayak, you're going to want it behind you because it is so incredibly bright that it will blind you on the water. I mean, it's blinding me right now, but make sure you mount this behind you, not in front of you, because you won't be able to see anything. I mean, it does its job. Super, super bright. Now, David Pham doesn't have a website or any place that you can order those online, but I will leave his contact information below so that you can get a hold of him, order one through him. He builds them all by hand. They're all handmade. But again, in my opinion, best 360 light for a kayak that you can buy, hands down. All right, The next product that you guys have asked about in the past, and I've gotten a lot of questions about, is this. Yep, it's just this little clip. Now, it doesn't come with that. It looks just like this. Now, this is a stringer clip from Stinky Pants Fishing. It has really one great purpose, and that is on your stringer to connect, just like that. Holds it in place. I did a video a few weeks ago where I was fishing a tournament, and I used this during that video, and a few of you guys asked about it. Now, the great thing about this is how incredibly easy it is to connect your stringer. Now, I have added a carabiner on this side, so I connect this to my kayak. This just hangs there and holds my stringer. The stringer isn't going anywhere. It is not moving at all. Now, why that is such a great thing is because when you have this long stringer and you get a fish on, well, you've got to figure out a way to connect this part to your kayak. But yeah, to secure this to your kayak, you have to figure out how to connect this in. And so I see people wrapping it around like the pole on their kayak or some kind of structure base on their kayak. They're tying this thing in a knot, and it's just a huge mess. Now, why this is so great is I don't have to worry about connecting this anywhere to my kayak. I just clip this on, squeeze it, and it's in there. Yeah, it's not going anywhere. It is on there tight. The stringer isn't going to be moving around. You don't have to worry about that at all. And you don't have to tie this anywhere. You just let the rest hang in the water. So it makes it really, really easy to connect your stringer. You're not messing with it. You're not dealing with any of that. You just clip on and you're good to go. Now, this also is very handy when you are wading. You can clip this to your belt, and rather than running your stringer through your wading belt or trying to figure out how to secure that to yourself, you just clip it on. That's it. You're done. I'll show you a video clip of me using that during the tournament and how quick and easy it actually is. Alright, the last product I'm going to mention, which is probably my very favorite kayak accessory that, well, doesn't actually go on your kayak, is these. These are the NRS 2020 Boundary Boots. They do have a 2019 version of them. These are the 2020s. They're upgraded in a few areas, but by far my favorite purchase when it comes to kayaking. My wife actually bought these for me as a gift. I had been looking for them for a long time, and she managed to find them online, had them ordered, sent to me, and I absolutely love them. Now, the great thing about these boots is they are extremely lightweight. They're very, very flexible. They're very, very well made. But the biggest thing is they are 100% waterproof. They're made out of neoprene, the entire boot. The bottom, it has all of this rubber on here, so you can use them to walk over oyster and things and in the water without really worrying about messing up your feet. And as kayakers, that is hard to find. Hard to find a piece of footwear that can kind of do everything. A lot of us go and use wading boots, which is what I used to use, but they're extremely heavy. They're pretty uncomfortable. They're not very flexible. They're not lightweight. And so that's not a great option, but it's something that you need if you have to step out of your kayak and get onto oyster beds or into some of that really nasty mud. The thing about those is they are not waterproof. In fact, they are made to drain water. That's the point of them. These will keep your feet warm and dry and comfortable. Like I said, they are lightweight. They're super flexible, which is another problem on a kayak while you're pedaling. When you have those heavy shoes on, especially with wading boots, it's really hard to point your toes in those because they're so incredibly stiff. These are not that way. Very, very flexible. Now, I know a lot of people will use things like water shoes or Crocs for that lightweight footwear when you're out on the water. But the problem with those is, again, they aren't waterproof, so you can't really use them in the winter. Beyond that, I would be really worried about stepping out into, oyster beds or anything that's going to be sharp that could cut the bottom of your feet. Those are just not made to handle that. These absolutely are. They're very, very strong. They've got really, really nice soles. Just a great accessory to kayaking. This is one of those items that I just will never leave behind when I'm kayaking. It doesn't matter if it's winter or summer. Some people worry about them getting hot in the summertime. I don't really find that to be a problem. They're super, super comfortable. They're really, again, they're lightweight, and it's just not bad. All right, guys, so that is my 3 favorite kayak accessories that you may or may not have heard about. These are the ones that I really, really like that you guys are constantly asking about. And so I figured I would cover all 3 of them in one video. And yeah, thanks again for watching. I appreciate it. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, like and comment on the video, and we'll see you next time.